Hey guys, have you ever thought like some of these stuff on the tech web is useless? Well, they're not. And I'll be showing some things about items on the tech web, signs, and other stuff. Let's go on with the video. So guys, here we are in my prep world now. The first thing I want to show you is how the signs work. They have like a little wiring output and they actually do something. So if you come over here, we have three outputs. So this is a hide and seek sign. If you come over here, you see there's a green one. That's for start. So actually I think I swapped them. Okay, so this is like start, I think. This is start. So when the round starts, it will send an output, just like one tiny pulse, nothing else. And over here, we have a lose or like victory. So if somebody wins or like loses a team, it'll send an output out. That's basically what this does. Every tech web has the same variations. So for example, over here we have Team Arena, FFA. But some of them, they might have variations. So I forgot what this was, but it still sends a pulse, like a small pulse. You can see it's like a squarish diamond-ish shape. Those are single pulses, so they're not like lasting forever. Second thing we have is like small signs. For example, I have this team definition here. If you come over here, you can see little squares and diamonds. Correct? I am correct. So if you come over here, this is for like a death or a lose or something. So this is a square now. It'll send it'll send a signal that permanently powers on if someone joins the team. And here, if someone joins the team, this will activate. And this, if someone's on the team, it'll permanently activate, which works the same as this one. So over here, there's like, I'm not sure what these are, but probably victory and something. I'm not sure. I'm not too into this. This happens for every single little definition. So for example, hider definition, there's these same little outputs. For the hider, seeker, little outputs, everything's the same on these little ones, which are definitions. There are also these little signs, but they don't really do anything. So this is health and flashlight, which don't do anything. Moving on to blocks. So some blocks, like this block, have their own special thing. So for example, if this like receives an input, it'll close the server because sometimes, actually most of the time, people can't lock the servers in community world, which, you know, sometimes people are trying to do something, which makes it frustrating. Here we have the round duration rule, which basically means, you know, how long it is. Everybody knows that. So like being said all the way up to 30 minutes, which is half an hour. Here we have the no time limit, so this cancels out the rounds, which won't work if it's on. Here we have no random selection. So basically this means people can't be randomly selected. They'll have to be like, purposefully selected. So for example, if they're on a team, that's like, for example, I'll use this seeker team. That means this will be the selected team. It's not random. So for example, if they join this team, this will be true. Here we have no hider hints, no like hints and stuff. So basically, when you're in a round, so like FFA Arena, or hide and seek, it won't go like give an outline. I think in FFA Arena, and you won't hear the like Yeep horn when they're in a round. We have props don't drain stuffing. So that means like if you're in a round, you don't have to put like cotton machines that give them cotton every time. And we'll just do this. No draining. Here we have no mob raids. This might look totally useless, but this actually prevents mobs from spawning when there's an open space. So like they spawn outside over there, but in the tech biome they don't spawn. Here we have the damage multiplier. So basically teams will get extra damage depending on the color this is. So imagine I was red team, I would make more damage. And if you set this to the minimum, which is 0, they won't do any damage, but they can deal damage. So for example, there's like weakest team stuff. This will work. Here we have the mob multiplier. So like if you want to make like a pretty hard map, or like fighting bugs or something, you can increase it. The color, okay, you can also make it to 0, which doesn't do anything. But they won't bite you, won't do anything. You won't deal damage, no cotton. Like this. Here we have the friendly fire rule. Most people didn't know this. Your team can fight other players. So example, I colored this lime and there's a team lime. If there's 2 players on a team on the same team, they can stab each other, fight each other, anything like that. If there's health. Here we have the proximity chat rule, which means so like if you wanted like a really horror thing, they won't be able to like hear you as far. So like you only hear them from like a distance. Touch kills players, which was released in the flying update. So basically, if you're like a seeker on the team, if you touch somebody, they die and get tagged. Okay, so my video cut off, but I just want to show you this. This is the last thing I'm going to show you, but it wasn't really the last thing. Here, okay. Here we have the build play. This is actually pretty useful for some maps that you don't anybody build in, and there's no teams or anything. You place this all across the floor, and nobody could build. You don't have to like remove blocks completely. You just add these in certain areas. And here we have the weakest team block. Basically, this will decide what team to join. If like there's like a team with a certain amount of players too low for the other team, it'll balance it out. And this could also be comboed with this, I think, because it's like if you're the weakest, like so imagine 0 damage and all the way up to 8, it'll work. And with that, we're done. That's just quite a short video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe.